So we're behind the scenes at the revealed show, seeing what's going on.
What, did you just do that because you saw me beatbox and you just oh my god, you're not going to put this on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. Get put it all over the internet.
Random internet sensation, guy spills coffee on sale.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In guy struggles with tech.
John Resident Tech is struggling. So, David, cameraman
there
Dave.
you go, got you.
This is going to be your final show. How many years have you been doing this now?
Well, doing this show, it's been 2 years, and then I did like a co-presenter in the end of first year.
End of first year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So, pretty cute. It's very, are you proud of what you've achieved in that time?
Yeah, I am very quite proud actually. To go from being a co-presenter to then sort of heading up a team, as it were.
Team. We're like a rubbish Justice League.
Who are we then?
John can be Martian Manhunter because he's stoic and probably not of this world. Superman.
Yeah.
Obviously. Or if I get a cold, I can be Batman. It's full of people really believing good. And you can be secretary.
Well, I am with most things.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, I cheat on.
Which input do I go for?
I cheat on Lois Lane.
The stereo mix or rear input?
No idea, John.
Stereo mix. Right, wait a minute, let's just try the both.
Radio home.
Let's just apply that. 14. Up.
Do you want me to take it? Oh, you got it.
Hello and welcome to... Always wanted to do that. Always wanted to do that. It's absolutely amazing.
So hello, it's the revealed show. So it's me, David Jackson.
And me, John Mainley.
Me, Matt Kewell.
And today is
It's the season finale.
season finale.
All the answers to all your questions. A big cliffhanger for next year. John, I'm pregnant and it's yours. You know, it's all.
Oh dear God! I knew I drank too much scotch. I knew it would catch up with me eventually.
You know, it's all very exciting stuff. This is it.
I know, it's that. I might cry. I might cry. So,
God, I hope someone film it.
so we are filming little bits today. Hopefully the camera will hold out. Let's go to some music, John.
Okay, well coming up now, it is You Only Live Once by The Strokes. It should be anyway.
We'll do the first discussion next then.
I don't know, some didn't feel right.
There was something playing underneath.
Yeah. No, that's alright, everything's fine now. The hotkeys went on.
We'll do our first discussion.
I knew it didn't look right.
Graduate opportunities.
I just don't play. Run, man! Alright, so we're doing film review after this.
Film review, I'll open it.
I'll come back and say a few words and introduce it though.
No, I'm introducing the film review.
Alright, then say it with Pink then, who knew?
Hello, and that was Pink with Who Knew?
Who knew that?
Wow.
So anyway, now we're going to be going to the film review. So press that magic button when you trust.
Is near, and so we face the final curtain. We're quite enough of that.
Sticking on a little on stem.
Do my review. That's probably what I should do.
Right, so what we have after this, we're having updates
That's the very last one I'm doing.
Right.
Star Trek
Suppose
Into
moving
Dark.
straight into it.
Yeah.
I'll come back and say that was Florence.
Yeah.
Now these
And
are
then
the
you'll
ongoing
want to
do
the USS.
2 songs, yeah?
They are all.
Okay.
What's after the Florence song?
Now, some
The Beatles,
I'm
Ticket
not
to
a
Ride,
Trekkie.
and I didn't put
Yeah,
that on.
because the track I've seen is Graphic Car.
Of course the Beatles will be there.
Of course it is, come on!
I absolutely love J.J. Abrams' first Trek film, so I was pumped for this one.
I wonder if I
and it
got
does
like
not
a-
disappoint. The action was very exciting, the characters were wonderful and go through some real arcs. There's some significant emotions.
I've just got a funny thing that we're not actually going out because of the input and output. That's kind of freaking me out. So I wonder if somebody could log on to a computer down there and check if we're actually broadcasting.
I was able to overlook it and seriously enjoyed the film. If I had one criticism of it, it would be turn down the men's flair, JJ.
Forgotten the title.
It might be even worse than
And just ask the question.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do you want me to introduce this? Because I've got a funny joke.
Can't hear a word you're saying.
I've got a funny joke. Let me introduce.
And that was Josh Stone said faster this time.
So we're going to David's ego trip, where we ask him about all of his favourite things about his show.
Well, it's a sort of
I thought you were modest.
More. Hey, it's my last show. Let me be.
It's allowed.
Let me have my moment.
He's not retiring. It's not like, hey, it's fantastic. You've been working with her for 30 years. So you've been doing a
It's like a celebrity taking to Dignitas after this. That's what it's like. It's like, oh, you've had a good time. You've had a good role. Go on.
God. We're horrible people.
I can always sack you under that. The last one.
I made it this far, ladies and gentlemen.
Our own show. Amazing.
With strippers and polka.
Hookers, cocaine, still alive in the middle of a show. So anyway, we're going to go back to some music now.
Rocking on. Anyway, your highlights, David.
So tell us about your first show. Tell us about your very first show.
Like, how did you get into radio?
Okay. Well, the first show was me as a co-presenter on another show which is called the That's Debatable Show. That was on during the first year, and because I wanted to do my own show in the first year because I got interested. I think it was like Precious Fair. I saw like the thing for it. I was like, that sounds interesting to do. And then I was like, I wanted to make my own show, but then it was like, it was really delayed about trying to get on air and all that stuff. So then I was like, I wanted to try and get on at least air in the first year. So I was like, I'll try and get onto someone else's show. And then and someone there called Paul Warcliffe was very kind to allow me on his show. And
look what you've done, Paul. Look what you've made.
It was also really nervous. But when I went, because I was going for like a thing in the first place, sort of to do sound check and stuff like that. And apparently I have a very BBC, quite the old BBC voice.
BBC 2. Radio 2.
Yeah,
Matt's got more of BBC 3.
What does that mean?
Can't be on all the time.
But yeah, I think really nervous. And then it's like, obviously Paul was in his final year, so he was leaving, and then it was like the second year. Okay, I want to still try and do this, so I'll try and do my own show. And then actually Paul came back, so he came to be the station manager, and he came to be my tech on sort of my show, and we would do discussions, so like it's sort of a bit of a role with us.
Was it just you and him then?
Yeah, until I think it was me and him for most of that part, because it was again the thing of I ended up not being on until the end of the year again. Because I had to do all these pilots, so I did like I think I just like a little discussion in a song pilot, and then I had to do a half an hour one, and then I did like an interview, which was with David Bradley, Joel Whittle and Sarah Jane Gibbs for their production of Dracula. That was in the second year.
That was our first year actually. I remember.
Yeah. And so it was just all sort of hoping that these pilots were right, because I was thinking after the first one, I was like, oh, I want another pilot from you. Okay, and then they want another pilot from you. Okay, so but yeah, I was sort of like really nervous and about sort of then properly hosting my own show. And then I came back this year and was like, I want someone with me. I want like a co-host.
Hold your hand, yeah. Under the table.
And I tried to have that through sort of first part of the year, and then I found you two.
Well, you just randomly picked us up from the.
Yeah.
Well, we were for the audience listening at home.
Yeah.
And watching. With the camera. That better be on record, otherwise I've tinted myself. But what it was you and John you did the show because we were all friends in the Drama Society. and what was it? You two decided to work together, and then I was like, no, I'm really Peter. And I'd want to do it for a while, so I was just said,
I said,
John,
like Matt's got one of those voices, that they suit radio.
Yeah.
Obviously
I'm face for television.
So obviously, so the voice is really good. So I thought, Matt, quite good rapport as well. Because he's silly and whimsical. In like a creepy uncle type of way. So
creepy uncle that has meds that he just doesn't chooses not to use.
He takes his Tic Tacs instead, which is in the second draw down instead of the first. That was
wash it down with whiskey.
The orange and green ones at the moment. But it's also been quite good then to have 3 people, because then when we discuss things, especially when we've had like the interviews. We've been able to have some special interviews on the show. So,
especially the Doctor Who special.
That was
that was pretty special. Special being the operative term. It's good having 3 people, because you've got 3 perspectives on any topic. I remember in the first episode, saying, the first episode I ever did was, I remember saying it's good to have 3 people, because then we've got one person for, one person against, and in John's case, I don't care. What are you going on about?
I was often find I had to be like, I had to try and raise points on both sides to try and then
just talking to yourself the first year. David, what do you think of that? I thought it was brilliant. By the way, David, I love your show. Thank you, David.
But also it was good to be able to get other people involved. So we've had like Dave Bradley doing the film view, and then because originally we had Joe Whittle doing the sports summary. Which they thought
just disappeared off the face of the earth.
What happened to him? Did he just go back to Ireland?
I think that's a big question that everyone should ask.
The mystery.
Just arrives. Because what year is it?
Weeping Angel.
Oh my God, yeah. He's just like, he's
living in the 1920s.
Oh my God, yeah. Sorry, no longer Doctor Who special. In a Zuma frame. Yes. Hello there.
Remember me.
Remember me as I was.
Not as I am.
Got really sick imagination in this room, haven't we?
But what would you guys say was the best moment for you then?
Oh, well, mine is probably one of the favourites out there was Doctor Who, because that is one of my favourite topics after the EU. So it's any debates involving the EU as well, or any political debates that we've had as well, which is very good as well. And also, I enjoy my own segments as well, which is basically breezing through the news headlines and then giving my opinion on it, which is very one-sided and biased.
God bless you.
What can you expect? Come on. But I think I like that as well, and also as well, not just a certain segment of the show, but I do enjoy the report, and I will miss this. I will miss this. We do bounce off each other very well, and it will be missed, to be honest as well.
Oh, the summer I'm just going to sit in my room and make my own show, just talk to myself. I'll have a broom with like your face strapped on. David, what do you think? I think that's really. I'll do impressions and everything, but obviously I'll put like John's broom with his face on, just on an extra set of books, so he's taller than everyone else, and it'll be great, and it'll be really creepy.
You're describing me like I'm the Blob, or like I'm a basketball player.
He's growing. You should have joined the basketball team.
I nearly did, but I went down the rugby route instead. So
you're like me though. You're very similar build to me. You can do rugby. Me and you, tall, quite skinny, we just get knocked over.
I used to be a lot fat, bigger.
You see, I was short for a while.
There you go. Short. But this isn't about my body weight.
Anyway, next week we're going to be talking about John's man titties. So I'm looking forward to that show.
Well, good for this, isn't it?
It'll just be him in his room talking about my man titties.
Just sort of like, John, so do you want to play with them for us? Thank you. Oh, that's the good stuff. That is. My mum knocks on the door. Matthew, what are you doing? Nothing, just lock the door. No, it's private time.
Can I have my room back, please, Matthew?
No, it's my room.
And my 4 books. No.
I have my own books.
Really?
I can read.
No, I like just 4 books out of the whole house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just 4 books. Well, it's like my house.
My house is probably all a Bible or something.
Well, them 4 books have got like alcohol in them. They've been hollowed out.
I must say, I am going to miss the banter. And one of the things I really enjoyed about the Doctor Who special, which I would say was one of the most fun I had on the show, was that you had 4 people in a room. I did enjoy working with Beardy Dave. Is that what we'll call him now?
Beardy
Dave. Hat David. David who does the movie reviews. And I really enjoyed that, because I always say this, when you've got 4 3 or 4 people in a room talking about something they really enjoy, they're really into, whether it's theology, books, science, politics, whatever, you're going to have a lot of energy in the room, and I think that really came across when a friend of mine said I listened to the show, and she said she really enjoyed it, and she really loved all the reports. You could tell we were all having a lot of fun. Even though, you know...
Oh, if only they knew what happened over there.
Oh, God. And then we murdered David, and I'm wearing his skin as a suit.
Yeah.
Sorry, we saved that for the Halloween special.
I'm wearing his hat.
That's your... You're like the Predator, you have hats of all your victims. You're like...
That is my hat.
Are you?
Well, before we get the police involved, let's go to some music.
Okay.
Talk about all the children I've locked in my basement.
Well, in a fitting song, it's Scream, as he did, by Usher.
That was well fun. I'm proper evil happening.
Before we have the police...
No song.
No song.
Oh, we do song.
Yeah, song.
Yeah, song, break it.
Then it goes back to you.
And then I'll introduce you.
The Brian Adams.
You can't end the song.
Hello, and welcome back.
So I'll be harmonising at the end.
Yeah. Stop ruining my intro. Right.
What are you doing, John? Are you introducing me?
Change your mic off. There you go. Right. So what we're doing is yes. Now that was.
I'm just gonna come over there and just
ruined it now. Thanks a lot. Right. That was Scream by Usher, and then the previous song just then was All of Love by Brian Adams and Rod Stewart. Very nice combination. Now remember, just because this is a special show, the last show, you can check us out. This is being recorded. You can check us out on YouTube. There will be a link soon, and you can see all the fun and galore that what happens back behind the scenes and everything like that. It's very exciting. It's thrilling actually. So make sure you check that out.
It's like.
Oh, I haven't left your mic on, sorry. There you go.
It's like Die Hard in a radio studio.
Oh,
that's what it's like.
Anyway,
I'm John McClane.
Alright.
Sorry.
I turned you off again.
Sorry. I look good in a tank top, goddammit.
So, coming up now, it is David's review, and he's actually doing it live.
Live in the studio!
It's live. So there you go, Dave, take it away.
Take it away.
So thank you. So today I want to talk about just a few shows, and mention a few of them. Obviously, Doctor Who is gearing up now for the final episode tomorrow, which will be the Doctor's name, which I'm not quite sure about it really, because I don't know whether they can have a name that can justify it fully, or whether.
Bob. Just like Time Lord.
Well, I mean, there's been a suggestion that maybe it could be John Smith, because he's used that all along, which I suppose could make sense a little bit. But
it wouldn't make sense though, considering there were Time Lords named Rassadon.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So they've always had one name, haven't they?
Well, no, they won't actually say his name, but they'll say why he's running away, why he's so important.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be. The who is he, not who is his name.
Yeah.
That's what they'll.
What is his name? Who is his name?
Yes,
Learn to English!
Looking forward to that. Also, was good to watch the BAFTAs. It's quite sad to not see Doctor Who nominated this year, though.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
what can you expect when they split the series in half? You know,
I'm not following it. But I'll say this though. Yeah, I can understand why it wasn't there, but then when certain shows like Made in Chelsea get awards, I'm like, hang on a minute.
But that was, But I mean, that's
John's just giving me the death stare of, John, you
but that
on this station.
But that is chosen by a panel for that one. Unless that was the audience, I can't remember now. But one of the main ones that was really good was Olivia Colman getting 2 awards. One for her role in Accused last year, and also it for 2012. Which is really good, so it was really good to her, and also she was really good in Broadchurch.
Yeah, didn't she get nominated in Broadchurch?
Because I think it might have missed the
nominations,
because it was so close to it.
Okay. So will probably be next year.
She probably will be next year, but she was really good in that, especially the last episode.
Oh, it's amazing.
Which
I think I saw Broadchurch actually. It was the one with David Tennant.
Yeah,
I had a good watch.
I
felt so bad for that guy that was supposedly a sex offender.
I know.
I mean, that shows how good the writing was on that story though, because it was. I went from
15.
Don't say that. It just sounds like trying to justify yourself.
I think that the show it did very well to show all aspects of an investigation.
Yeah.
Like it did well to show the time, because because it was about 8 episodes long, but people were saying it's going on a bit too long. But I thought
that's what an investigation's like.
Yeah,
it's not like CSI where it's done in 40 minutes.
And there's no scream when he falls off his glasses.
But I think that worked then to to sort of communicate that, and also they had where someone gets suspected because of a past they've had, or someone is because I loved how they had Pauline Quirk's character was obviously it was the whole thing of like how didn't you know that your husband was doing that thing, but obviously that is
spoilers.
Yeah, but that is the same thing that happens to another character in the finale, which then works really well to show that contrast. And actually, I found myself kind of sympathising with the actual person who did it, kind of because he seemed so.
Don't know. You're giving too much away. Same gender.
No, but they seem so pathetic in kind of the way that.
Well, that's always a good villain, though. I always say a good villain is someone that you can empathise with, and someone you can understand them.
Obviously, I don't agree with what he did, but it's like, it's like, oh, I can actually feel sorry for him, and for what happened then to everyone else as a result of that. So, so it's really good. Also, looking Scott and Bailey at the moment as well, which is another.
Saran Jones.
Yes, Saran Jones.
Oh, I love it a bit.
Yeah, I think it's really good how they've gone more into having kind of one storyline going throughout kind of the series. I know they've got some other ones. They've had some different ones as well. Yeah. They've had like one main one, and I think it's maybe picked up again next week, I think, as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Something that's the final episode next week as well. Of that as well, and it's all looking good for sort of quite murder mysteries at the moment, really, because there's quite a few happening. There's case histories, which is coming back. I'm hoping to hopefully see A Touch of Cloth come back soon.
Is that like a parody of Touch of Frost?
Yeah, it was a parody. It wasn't a parody of Touch of Frost exactly. It was a parody of crime, the murder mystery genre.
So like a scary movie.
So does it mean what I think it means when you touch cloth, or is it?
No. It was
completely.
It's
a kids show. Families listen to this.
Really?
It was basically.
I just thought it was drunk uni student.
it was basically taking the whole very classic things of you've got the forensic scientist who's very descriptive or is flirty, and you've got the policeman who suddenly find a piece of evidence, or someone else is suspected and then they're murdered, and stuff like that. So these sort of classic elements you get with murder mystery genres, and sort of really exaggerating them and really taking the mick out of them, and it sort of really worked. which is quite good.
Of course, there's always. Do they make fun of the fact that there's the last minute solving of a mystery? Just sort of, wait a minute.
Just sort of working it out.
I always love it when those shows where they so many shows, like even the ones I love, like they'll say a word just like, well, sometimes I think he's just a bit of a wet fish.
Yeah.
Fish. Market. The murderer was a sailor, or something, something just a really random word. I like seeing that parody or something. Like they connect it, and it's just like dog.
I mean, it's meant to be a second series coming soon, so hoping to see that. And also, so are there any shows that you're enjoying at the moment, Faz?
Well, I've been watching, getting back into Robot Chicken. As I
love Robot Chicken. One of the funniest shows ever.
And it's just absolutely amazing, especially when you got Les Claypool's introduction, the theme tune, the same man who did South Park, as well. It gives it that kind of vibe. It's on the same level, and the humour is.
Well, I love South Park as well.
Yeah, and the humour is at our age range as well, which is absolutely amazing.
It doesn't try to be too clever.
No, it's just simple, and that's good, and it's so funny as well. And so I've been watching.
I love the Star Wars ones. Yeah. Star Wars ones are hysterical. I love My favourite one has to be the one where you've got Emperor Palpatine in his office, and he's just like, call for Papa Palpatine, and it's Darth Vader, the Death Star's just been blown up, and it's just hysterical.
Oh, it's just amazing. Like, as well, I've been watching another classic as well. I've been getting back into Friends as well.
I've seen them so many times.
But I haven't seen them for like 3 years.
Yeah, B4's just like...
they're all on Comedy Central now.
Oh, yeah.
I watch most nights.
And also, what I've recently watched is How I Met Your Mother. The Mother has been revealed. On the very last episode.
Here's an important question about the Mother, though.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yes.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Cute hot.
How many series does it have though?
This is the 8th, and it's
has it really worked though? Has it really worked? Like, have they been able to stretch that far?
The only thing is, I would say that keeping it this long has frustrated some fans, you know, and to the point where
in ways I haven't met your mother.
Yeah, to the point where they nearly melted when they saw the mother. However, I do think that it could work for the last series. What I don't like is that they're ending on a 9. They should end on a 10 or something like that.
Nice round number.
Yeah, nice round number.
That's the thing, though. Sorry, were you going to say?
It was, yeah.
Continue what you're going to say.
It's alright. But all I was going to say, really, is that it does kind of work out well, because the 9th series, the last one, is going to be used purely with him dating her, Ted dating her, and him having his first daughter.
I honestly think it will end with him meeting her. I think that's how it's going to end.
They won't do that, because for a start you've got 20 episodes, and you can't stretch that out for 20. Although they're famous for stretching things out, you can't do that for 20 episodes. That would just be terrible, because it finished on 43 hours before the wedding, Barney 56. And Robin's wedding. So you've got that.
You see Barry? Barney. I was like, who the hell is Barry?
What have I been watching?
I still can't believe Neil Patrick Harris is gay. Like, when I found out, I was like, no!
Well, who else to cast a person better than a gay man? Because also as well, the creators of that show, what they're really good at doing is having a constant timeline. You know, they're really good at coming back to something later on. And we saw an early episode, last series, Ted's daughter being babysat by Marshall and Lily. So obviously we're going to be seeing that in the last series. So I do think we're going to see him dating her and him having his children.
I'd like to. I just don't think we will.
No, we will, because it has been.
I suppose it would conclude with characters.
They might rewind back, remember, because for the last 2 or 3 seasons we've been working out whose wedding he was at. You remember, just like it happened at a wedding, and things like that. And we've been working out, right, whose wedding is it? His? Is it someone else's? Working our way back to fill in the blanks. Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if we go back, because remember there was 56 hours. We jumped at the end of the current season. I'm not going to spoil for anyone. We jumped to the end. The last episode we've seen so far, it's been aired 56 hours before he meets her, before the wedding.
Yeah.
And so you've got there's like a few days before that, even a week, that you can fill it in with. But one of the things I say that the show does so well is that, and I'll find this, the characters are so well written. I enjoy the characters so much that when they say, "I didn't meet the mother this episode," I'm like, I don't mind, because I had such fun.
Well, we got to see a leg. We got to see a leg and an umbrella in her hand. That's good enough for me.
She's got those cute boobs as well. Boobs, T at the end, just to be clear.
But you'll also agree with the...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You'll also agree with the latter as well.
Oh, yeah. Lovely chesticles. I love that word.
We can say what we want, it's the last show. Sorry.
Which one? You still want to be on that series?
It's not this guy.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, so this is John. Hello, John. So do you want to tell us about the... how it all works then?
Yes, this is my desk.
Oh, your desk.
Yes. My precious, my love. Yeah. This is connected to the internet.
Yeah.
And everything, so this is where it's blank at the moment because I don't need to know nothing. This is the hot desk, as I like to call it.
here that tells me what songs are coming up, and it tells me these are my hotkeys, so I can quickly select a song in case I panic, which I do all the time. And then this is the fine selection of music that gets selected. It's normally random, but sometimes I may pull out a certain tune I like. And then obviously this is to control the hot desk, and then this is where the magic happens. This is where voices get projected, this is where things get altered and sound checks, etc. And obviously this is the mic, my headphones here. And this is my nice cushy chair where I can rock back like this, and ponder and think. And obviously behind me there, this is where the producers sit and where the main gallery is and where things happen. It's empty at the moment because they don't care. Which is very nice.
They have lives.
I've got directly opposite me Matt, so I have to look at that mug all the time, which is very nice. As you can hear right now, we have Sweet Child of Mine playing, so we're going to come back soon in about a minute's time and introduce that, and we'll continue the rest of the show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you after this.
Remember, like, comment. Do you want me to introduce your thing?
Yeah, you introduce it, Matt.
And that is one of the...
Alright, Slash.
And that was one of the coolest songs, I think, ever conceived. Slash is the man, if you ask me. Coolest dude ever. Love that guy's hat. That guy's a cool hat. Like, even our friend David, who's famous for his hats, is probably jealous of his hat. How much do you think that will sell for? I just thought after he dies.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's more than his guitars.
Anyway, thank you, Matt. You are still listening to the Revealed show here for a 2-hour special broadcast because it is David's last show. Just playing then was Sweet Child of Mine by the one and only Guns N' Roses, and before that was Word Up by Korn. Not the best version of Word Up, but it's good enough, to be honest.
Korn's always cool.
Yeah, it's always brilliant. We are being currently filmed right now. Hello. This is really weird on a multi-platform level. So we're on YouTube there. Future. And we're also live on the radio, so this is really bizarre.
And
hello everyone.
Also, people can listen again on our website, Radio Hope. Listen again. So be sure to enjoy my shameless plugging.
And there's the plug. There's the plug.
What's coming up next, John? Well, it's your own special segment.
Oh wow!
Oh my goodness! So, John, take it away with What a Week.
Well, yes. What another week? We have people dying. We have things being spoilt. We have politicians being ambushed, and that's just the first 3 days of the week.
Good Lord.
Yes, it is What a Week, and let's kick off with, a death. It's always good, sort of. Heidi High actor, Paul Shears has died, which is, it is quite disappointing. It was a very good show. I love Ruth Maddox in that. Heidi High campers, all that voice, and I'm actually going to delete that and pretend I never said that. It was very good.
I can't delete it from my mind.
Obviously, it is a great loss to the acting community. He was very funny, and we will miss him as well. Also, as well, yesterday a terrible ambush happened. Nigel Farage, UKIP MEP, was in Scotland to kick off his support for UKIP in Scotland, and an ambush for some apparent reason, an anti-racist ambush was happening, shouting scum and everything. They had to be locked in a pub. Now, normally Nigel said he loved being locked in a pub, but not under those circumstances. And frankly, he later commented that if this is the face of Scottish nationalism, then it's a very ugly one, to be honest. I don't know why the racist parties were there to, the racist movement, the anti-racist movement, I should say, sorry. For there because
the racist movement.
Yeah, because Nigel Farage and UKIP are not at all racist. They're not. All they believe is just controlled immigration. It's not completely lifting the drawbridge up. It's just controlling the numbers to stop overwhelming a country. You don't want the national things overwhelmed. So
they are better than the BNP. Let's be honest.
Well, you shouldn't even compare them at the same because they're completely different. I mean, UKIP are a libertarian party for a start. They're completely on the other side of the wing. But really, UKIP are not on a certain wing. They're a bit of everything. They're fiscally conservative, but they're also libertarian as well, so which is important. It shouldn't have happened. It was terrible, and that got hijacked by a few people. And to be honest, I think it was an anti-British protest as well. An Englishman come into Scotland, and that's what happened. To be honest, so if that's going to happen, then fair enough. If it's all about that, but it was terrible, to be honest. And also as well, Doctor Who, the last episode got leaked in America with an early dispatch. of the copies. Yes, it's on the internet now, and I've resisted the urge for a week now not to.
I'm glad I didn't hear about it because I'd have given in.
Oh, I'm heavily resisting the urge, to be honest. So that's been dispatched. But Stephen Moffat has promised that if no spoilers are leaked and if all the fan sites, behave themselves, which Doctor Who TV has well done, Doctor Who TV, by taking off their comments, so people can't spoil it, then there will be a special 2-minute clip released at the end of Name of the Doctor showing David Tennant and Matt Smith. So I don't know what that's going to be like, but it's very, very exciting. It's what's filmed from the 50th anniversary. So, Whovians, please do not spoil Doctor Who, because I want to see this extra 2-minute clip and it's going to drive me out. And poor Stephen, he's been building this up since Girl in the Fireplace, all the way back in the Tennant era, and it's been ruined already. So I hope that the person who dispatched that early, I hope they lose their job and go on to lose their house and marriage breaking up, because frankly it's a terrible thing. It is a terrible thing to happen, and you should be disgusted with yourself. Anyway, we move on.
That's just John's opinion. You don't have to.
It doesn't reflect the opinion of the rest of the show.
Who's Brad Pitt's wife?
Angelina Jolie.
Yes, well done.
The whole boob job thing.
Yes, Angelina Jolie has had a double mastectomy because of finding the BRC certain type of cell that could mess up.
She's more
likely to develop. Yeah. What was it? 80% chance or something.
80-something%.
Yeah. So she had that done, and to be honest, she's following in the footsteps of Sharon Osbourne as well. She's had that done, and I think she's alerted the population to get this blood test. If the females in your family have had this terrible, absolutely disgusting illness, then they should get tested as well. And I think she's done an amazing thing for women. Yeah, that is Matt clapping his hands. Don't worry. Not at the thought of a double mastectomy. Anyway, Google Glasses have been, the prototype has been released.
Lord.
It looks good, to be honest, but the only thing is, what I'm disappointed at is the very low battery life on it. Yeah, so you could be on a morning jog, watching the news or something, and it would suddenly die. And also people are a bit worried about could it distract you from traffic, etc., etc.
Well, they've already, even before the prototype had come out, they'd already put in, the people had already put in laws about you don't use it while you're driving.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah.
The thing is, I get distracted walking to uni with my iPod in. Google Glasses, I'm going to walk all over someone.
Yeah.
But someone's going to get hit by a car and I won't notice.
In all fairness, they come in different colours.
I would
love
God.
a nice blue one, and they do look really cool. I love anything.
Match your shirt.
Yeah, I love anything that makes it look futuristic. I love anything that makes the world look future. Like hydrogen cars and glasses that talk. And I love stuff that makes us look like within the future as well. It means
to be fair though, 2 years from now we will actually be in 2015, the year that Back to the Future said we'd have flying cars. So. People thought, when they say like 2013, it sounds like a made up year. It sounds like in the year 2013, man has gone insane.
And in other news as well, a colossal sun flare has erupted, which lasted 48 hours as well, and is expected to make its way here soon or something like that. So expect minimal disruption to sat navs and mobile phones, etc., etc. It will pass. Britain can handle it. We can handle anything. We went through 2 world wars. We can go through a sun flare. Frankly, to be honest.
So you said sunflower from me.
Sunflower.
Oh my God!
Very deadly sunflowers. And also, an EU bill will be debated in the Commons after it was voted the vote recently. And to be honest, I'm going to totally agree with this. Britain needs a say on the EU. We need our referendum. We have a right for our voices to be heard. And frankly, I'm disgusted with the Liberal Democrats and Nick Clegg for forcing us not to have a referendum. He doesn't want us to have a referendum. I say, Nick, shut up, go make the tea, you nice tea boy, and let us have our voice. And let us vote.
You don't like Nick Clegg?
That's how I feel. Yeah, I'm not frankly a fan, to be honest.
I didn't vote for him. I don't believe in this. I think it's rubbish.
Exactly. And the suspect that murdered little girl April in Wales as well has obviously, he's very nervous about it or whatever's happening there. Keep tuned to that because it's developing as we're on air as well. It's obviously he did it, frankly he did. He said he knocked her over. I say rats to that. He didn't. He did it. But we want to know where she is. Where's she buried? Please, her parents won Little April home. That's what I say. Lovely girl, and I can't believe people can do such a thing, but it makes you feel that that's what the human brain can do. And on lighter note, yes, tomorrow it is Eurovision again. It's that time. I'm going to be playing for you soon our entry into Eurovision. I was going to play this a couple of weeks ago, but sort of lost track of this.
Distractions.
But, yeah. It is in Malmo, which is quite interesting, looking because they won last year in the Eurovision. This year, Bonnie Tyler will be representing us. Now, the only thing, in this cover that you're going to be hearing soon, she sounds brilliant. She sounds lovely. However, on the Graham Norton show, she sang live, and she sounds like an alcoholic auntie at a wedding on a karaoke machine. I'm sorry, but if Engelbert Humperdinck with the voice of an angel can come near the bottom, then Bonnie Tyler, who's a lot worse, we're not going to stand a chance. I'm sorry. So don't get your hopes up in this year's Eurovision. Support another country. But you know, I'm not gonna lie to you and say, "Oh, support your country," because I'm sorry, not with that. The song itself is good if it had a different singer. I just hope that Bonnie on the night lays off the champagne in the green room and makes a good effort. So, as promised, here it is, and here's our entry Eurovision, and I'll speak to you after this.
No, I love
It is good.
Would you lie with me?
Do what I did last year. That is so much better. It is unbelievably better.
Are you singing into the camera?
We get to
I've started to develop, I found something quite funny. I do this thing, I'll sing to myself when I'm doing random shit.
And there you go, that was Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol.
And us, technically.
yeah, featuring
And
us.
us.
Harmonising.
Yeah.
Having a good sing
So
along.
basically, the
Probably
reveal.
bend the rules there.
Having
you
a
know.
good sing along.
The real show's just turned into the karaoke.
Aye, it's got to happen. Anyway, coming up now on this lovely segment, and this gorgeous show, it's Matt's...
Gorgeous presenter.
It's, well... we're on radio for a reason, man. Anyway, it's Matt's trailer talk, so enjoy.
Enjoy.
Here you go.
I love it, just like, enjoy. You brought this on yourself.
I've actually turned the mic off as well.
Turn the mic back on.
By accident. I thought we were going to a song.
Right then.
This is what happens when I'm food deprived, man.
Oh dear. That's very well then.
Alright.
At the cherries. Cherries are yummy. So, straight away, bit of a controversy with Avengers 2 in that there's fears it might not even happen. Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson are complaining about money, generally because Robert Downey Jr., because, let's face it, if it wasn't for Robert Downey Jr., the Marvel Cinematic Universe would never have happened in the first place. So you've got that issue. Got the camera, I'm having the same problem you were having, John. So basically, Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson are saying, well, we want more money. It's not, you're rich enough as it is. I don't think you're going to have a problem. I think Chris Hemsworth, get over yourself. If you're trying to rip off Marvel, because you wouldn't be anything without Thor. Honestly, you really wouldn't. So they're complaining about money and saying we're not going to, we might not turn up for another movie. However, Marvel have turned around and said, hang on, we've got 101 backup characters cast, ready to go. If you drop, we've got no replacement straight away. So you do what you're going to do. That's great for Marvel. It means the movie will get made. It'll break some people's hearts. I know my girlfriend absolutely loves Thor, thinks Chris Hemsworth is amazing. I think she has a thing for Loki more, which makes me worried. And so I think it would be very upsetting for a lot of people. I'll be very disappointed if Scarlett Johansson doesn't turn up in Avengers 2, because, that Black Cat suit. She's Scarlett Johansson. Girl! Right then. Then the other bit of news is that there's talks of there's the Crow remake. For those who don't know, is the classic gothic action movie based on the graphic novel of the same name, The Crow, and they've actually cast an actor to play the Crow, Luke Evans. For those who don't know, he was in the film Immortals. I didn't rate that film. I don't even, to be honest with you, probably couldn't pick him out of a crowd, but I think it's a good idea that you don't have an overly recognisable face in this gothic story. I mean, a lot of people have said, oh, Johnny Depp, but let's be honest, I'll be doing the same thing that he's always doing, playing a weird character with eyeshadow. Then Sony have announced they are going ahead with Men in Black 4. I'm excited. I've always enjoyed the Men in Black movies. You guys like the Men in Black movies?
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? So,
no, it's really good. Yeah. What do you think of the most recent one?
I didn't see it.
You have not seen it?
No, I
Give it
haven't
a
seen
watch.
it.
It's a good watch. I've always thought that they're good films you can just stick on and not pay an immense amount of attention to them, but I think they're a good watch first time round anyway. Now, on to the trailers. So, we've got the trailer to The World's End, which is Edgar Wright's new movie featuring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost. So it's part of the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy. David had a sneeze going there. So part of the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy. I'm very excited for this because it looks like a very interesting take on the story. I thought it was just going to be a straight, oh, the world's ending. It's actually these guys who haven't seen each other in years doing a pub crawl of about 13 pubs, and the final one is called The World's End. So I think that's an interesting take on it. Then the other one is the Coen brothers' new character piece movie called Inside Llewyn Davis, and it's a character piece movie about a folk singer. It's very Coen brothers. Best way to describe it. I mean, are you familiar with any of their work, the Coen brothers?
What have they done?
They did the remake of True Grit, No Country for Old Men.
Oh yes, that's where I heard them from. No Country for Old Men.
No,
Love that so much.
No Country for Old Men is one of my favourite movies.
Oh, it's amazing.
So good.
You know, with not much dialogue as well, it works. Oh, it's brilliant.
That guy, Anton Chigurh, though, he's a scary dude.
I don't know, have you seen Family Guy? You know Stelio Cantos?
Yeah.
An American Dad. He reminds me of him.
Yeah. Stelio Cantos! Sorry. Just going for it. And then another trailer that I saw, which looked incredible, was for a film called Gravity, starring George Clooney. He's always good. George Clooney, I have faith in. And it looks like it's about astronauts on a spacewalk, and something goes wrong, and literally hold on, because the Earth's gravity isn't enough to pull you towards it. You will float off into space, and that's the last people see of you. That scares the hell out of me. Absolutely. Can you imagine that, though? Being an astronaut and then...
Well, just floating off.
Yeah, just... No, if you know his thing, though, if, say, an asteroid flew past or whatever, there was some turbulence, something, you lost your grip on the rope or something let go, you just go off and float into space, and you'd never be seen or heard
unless
from
you
again.
Unless you get caught up in another gravity, like a planet or something.
Just wake up and you're like, people are like,
you just get captured by aliens or something and become their god.
Let's go to space.
That's after the Eurovision.
Matt and John in space. Then the other one, speaking of space, is the new film called Riddick. Now, it's the sequel to the Chronicles of Riddick, which was a sequel to Pitch Black. A lot of people loved Pitch Black with Vin Diesel playing this hardcore bad good guy or good bad guy who's a criminal, see in the dark, set in the future. A lot of people like that. I really like that. Then Chronicles of Riddick goes a bit too far in the sci-fi, science fantasy genre, and people didn't like it. I personally enjoyed it. So this is the sequel to that, and it's going much more for what Pitch Black did right. Looks to be very cool. Vin Diesel is a badass, so there's no disputing that. That's the technical term. Of course. So I'm excited to see this. I definitely will go to see it at the cinema. I know a mate of mine who loves these movies, so I'm going to be going to see that. Worth taking a look at. If you like gritty sci-fi action, this might be up your street. And then the final one is the final trailer for Pacific Rim, which comes out July 12th. Looks to be pretty cool. It's going to be in 3D, IMAX. I'm going to see it in the best quality I can because it looks like one of those films it is. It's Guillermo? Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. I hope I'm right. I'll make a fool of myself. Anyway, the director's very known for his interesting visual style, and it's basically giant robots fighting giant alien monsters. Sounds stupid, probably is. It's going to be awesome. I will definitely watch it. It's got one of my favourite actors who I don't think gets enough respect is Idris Elba. who I think is really good, and he's got a great line in it. Tonight we are cancelling the apocalypse. It's like, he's cool. He's cool. So I'm excited to see that. And that's trailer talk. Back.
So yes, this is the last show, and what a better way with this song to say your last goodbye.
I know.
It's like he's going to the gallows. Or
something. Just like David, you've been sentenced to die by court of your peers.
I know.
Well, I'm not. So,
not afterwards. What?
But I'd just like to first of all say thank you to everyone listening who have listened over
all 5 of you.
Few years. Yeah, all 5 of you.
Thank you, 5.
Love you guys.
Fantastic 5.
Yeah.
But also I'd like to thank everyone who's been involved. First of all, to Dave Bradley and Joe Whittle, who have been on our features, and also we've had guests coming in over the last 2 years, including Sarah Jane Gibbs. And also to Paul Walcliffe for getting me started on the show, and sort of getting me involved more into the radio and wanting me to do it more, and also say thank you to you guys for coming on as well.
No problem.
And making it a really good show as well.
It was so fun.
And, a lot of fun, my friend.
I wish you all luck with next year.
Well, so again, so what? Will you be listening?
Yeah, I will be listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So live.
I'll be critiquing. I'll say you're doing it wrong.
Oh yeah. Well, if we try to get a co-host, we'll be like,
we've
got a new co-host. I think she's hot, but John wants to get rid of her. What do you think?
But anyway, so that is goodbye.
Yep.
From the revealed show me, John Mainley.
And it's goodbye from me, David Jackson.
And it's goodbye from me, Matthew Kewell. I hope you've enjoyed. See you next year.
So we'll see you after the summer for a new rebranded, refreshed radio show with all your favourites and everything. To have a lovely summer. It's been a pleasure talking for you, and we'll catch you on the other side.
Thank you.
Love you guys. That was really nice. Really well put together, John. Thank you.